Welcome to the Numerology and Astrology for June 5th, 2021. If you add all those numbers together, you get the number 16, and if you add the 1 and the 6 together, you get the number 7. The number 7 reminds us that all things eventually will come around once again. Within life are massive patterns and structures that allow for that life form to build upon itself. The number 7 is about the maps that each of us came with into this life. These roadmaps are there in case we forget and fall asleep in this density. In that circumstance, the map that we agree to will unfold and take us on a journey of growth and self-awareness, and that will support our evolution and the release of karma. But if we decide to awaken and move past numbness, then we can become an active participant in that process. The more we are aware of each challenge and choice, the more we can work through the karma and find the freedom that our spirit so longs for on the other side. What do you long for in this journey? What would be your end point after this life's path? Each of us is more than the patterns of our past that make up this limited experience. There is so much wonder on the other side if we are willing to discover that magnificence. The astrology today. Saturday could be challenging. If we can manage to get the majority of those things done early, that is a better choice. Astrologically, we are in a cycle of mental exhaustion that seems to take over our psyche at this time. Because of the Mercury retrograde, the focus is off and things seem to require more effort on our part. We also need to blame Neptune squaring this Mercury in this cycle. Try to track the details and keep good notes. You're going to need them. Try to reiterate the conversations and make sure that we have the bits and pieces necessary to make sense out of all of it. This is a time when reading and understanding the facts will seem to evade us. Don't think that we have it all figured out. Minds have a process, and they are causing many to feel lost and confused. Aggressive Mars is in opposition to Pluto, making obsessive behavior likely now. Know that some may respond in anger. Just know that they are also on an edge. It is best to not force our requirements onto others. Today is not the day to do foolish things. Expect resistance and notice that some want to have a contest of wills. Personal power is in question. It feels as if we are running out of gas. Things that have been hidden are continuing to be revealed. While that is good, they are accompanied by powerful feelings and old conflicts that were suppressed, and they have rearisen. All this is designed to help us understand where we are at now and let go of what used to be. My quote for today: what is it to die, but to become the rainbow in the sky? What is it to live, but to show compassion for life and to give? What is it to love, but to become one with and fly together above? Okay, Saturday is the last piece of my little journey for Phil and Jim. We're going to have the celebration of life over by Yosemite. It has been a long journey during COVID to get to this point, but I am happy that Jim's daughter and I have done our very best to adhere to the last wishes of these two complicated and interesting men. Throughout this process, we have hit several snags that each of us had to process, and I am grateful beyond words that my journey was with Cynthia. Regardless of the obvious struggles of losing anyone to death, the journey was made smoother by the love, concern, and care that Cynthia expressed as we worked side by side. Each of us had our own struggles with particular patterns. There has always been a strong desire on both of our parts to do this with as much honesty and integrity as possible, and I believe in that regard we have succeeded. Jim and Phil would be proud. All the pieces of Jim and Phil's lives have come full circle. We are at that place where all things end, and yet all things continue on in love and acceptance, and all things are reborn. Life continues regardless, even without those essential pieces of family that no one ever wants to lose. Everyone has had this feeling. Others will have this feeling when we are gone. I know that now, having gone through this process, I realize how important it is to get things organized and put in place that will allow for the easiest transitions for those who come after me. We live in a world of paperwork and rules. Those rules continue after we are gone. Making things crystal clear in love and acceptance is essential as we hand off our lives to those that will help us complete tasks that remain. I am grateful to have gone through this process before my mother, who is 85, will exit. I feel better prepared, and I have a rough map on moving forward when that time comes. Remember to tell those important to us how much we love them. We are all on a temporary visa to this beautiful world. Enjoy the freedoms while we have them, because none of us know what tomorrow will bring. Thanks, everyone. Have a great weekend.